smelling like dope again. I don't even smoke, but my bro got a hole on him. Riding with a nigga from the pool with a bull on him. I don't think you know who you from. Nah, yeah, I know I am. Smelling like dope again. I don't even smoke, but my bro got a hole on him. Riding with a nigga from the pool with a bull on him. If he tryna go,
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, what's goody?
What's up? How you
I'm
doing?
good. How are you?
I'm good, just living, hanging out.
Living, hanging out. What you been on today?
Shit, nothing much. I was recording all last night, so right now I'm just relaxing, hanging out with this dog.
Okay, I see you. I know you've been working like crazy.
Yeah, for
Yeah, I
sure.
see you're just in Vegas and you were just in Michigan as well. How was that trip to Michigan?
It was cool. It was my second time out there. I went to Flint. The first time I went to Detroit, but it's a lot different from Cali. You know what I mean? For real.
How
I
so?
couldn't
Did
even.
Detroit show you love?
Oh yeah, for sure. Hell yeah. I'm locked in out there now.
I know. I see you're definitely locked in and you're working with Rio de Young. You all have the track Energy. When will we receive the visuals for that?
Actually, I'm gonna drop that tonight. I
Okay.
was just talking. Yeah, so we're gonna drop that at probably 9 p.m. This shit gonna go viral. It's dope for real. I enjoy
No,
working with him too.
yeah, and I believe you. I see you were in the airport throwing money. How were you able to pull that off?
Nah, it's because out there in Flint, it's kind of dried up. You know what I mean? It's not too many people in the area, so the airports is empty. None of the Ubers or Lyft, none of that shit work. So out there, it's just like it's like deserted because a lot of people just like don't really come to the city like that. I don't know why, but supposedly like probably one of the top three of the worst cities in the United States. That's what they say.
Yeah, I know. I've never been, but I heard that too. And
Yeah.
I also know, you have that track landed in Detroit with Sada Baby.
Yeah.
That
Yes.
track went crazy, hit millions. What would you say?
Yeah.
What would you say about that track? Just hit different.
I think you said what do I think I could have did different?
No, what about that track that you think hit different? Like,
Oh
it
yeah.
hit a
It
million.
was just
It was one of your biggest records.
I was stepping outside of my comfort zone and just like I wanted to work with somebody on the East Coast. So um, when I got the beat, everybody telling me like I'm asking people who should I put on it. They're like, get Sada Baby, and I just got up on them. So once I did that, I'm not even gonna lie. Like since I did my Sada Baby feature, like my numbers kind of went up. You know what I mean? Like it's all about investments, and I think a lot of artists they be afraid to invest. You know what I mean? They wanna see the outcome, but they don't want to put nothing into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, most
It did
definitely.
me well
It's all
though.
about. hmm it's about strategy, and I think that that was cool for you to experience and see how that change happened. And what can you say how that's inspired you
Right.
to um, pay attention to the future of futures that you have? I said future futures, but you know what I'm trying to say, the futures that you want coming up soon.
Yeah. I feel like doing the features and being able to tap in with different artists it's more than just networking. You building a relationship that's long term, like industry wise. You know what I mean? Because if you in this shit, you got to be connected. Period. Like it's no such thing as jumping in the game and just thinking everything gonna come to you. You got to go out there. You got to reach for it. So like with the features is, I feel like when you drop a feature or when you request a feature, you reaching out to get a bigger audience. Nobody just gonna feature with somebody that's on the same level or lower than them unless it's beneficial. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, most definitely. Would you say that you want to link with someone from the East Coast next, next time you do go out there? Or would you say that you would want to do something with the artist from the South?
I would probably want to do like a South artist. Yeah, a South
Okay.
artist.
Do you feel like the artists coming out of LA right now are really giving the South kind of something to like a run for their money?
Yeah.
The South always been good for their music and whatnot. But do you feel
Right.
like this year these artists are coming out, including yourself,
Uh huh.
are some artists that are really representing the West Coast?
I believe so. I believe like the West Coast they get their moment, they come back, they fall off, they come back, they fall off. But I feel like right now like it's been having like a upspurt. You know what I mean? So I feel like we setting some good examples right now for the West.
No, most definitely. Were you able to catch the DMX versus Snoop Dogg
Nah, I
versus
didn't see that. I didn't see it. I heard
You didn't
about it
see
though.
it?
Nah.
It's all good. I mean, it was definitely fun. It was a vibe, you know. Two
Uh,
OGs definitely doing their thing. How would you say DMX or Snoop Dogg has impacted the sounds and the music that we hear today?
they've been around for a minute. They're like musical pioneers. So I feel like they were just, they set stone, and they paved the way for everybody that's doing music right now, because they came from like the era when like hip hop first originated. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Snoop Dogg, DMX, certain people, they gonna play a role in the industry forever. No matter how old they get, no matter what happens, they gonna always have a big role and impact in the music industry.
What role and impact would you say they set on you personally with your music?
Everybody came from nothing. Everybody stayed dedicated, and I feel like their grind was a little different. They didn't have social media. They didn't have all that, so they taught me footwork. They taught me to go out there and we don't need social media. They didn't need none of that. So I get a lot of my promotion from like, I stay original, organic, like how they did it. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? I invested my own billboards. I invested my own music. I paid for everything. So it's like I'm not really asking for help from no label or nothing like that. And I feel like they was moving the same way. They created their own, and they made me want to create my own.
Yeah, most definitely. I like that. How would you say your work ethic has helped shape your progress? How would you say your pain has helped shape your progress?
My pain.
Yeah, your pain. Anything that's been like really pivotal for you in your life that really helped
Um,
shape your progress.
yeah, I feel like me going to jail and experiencing a lot of different things made me like, made me want to go harder. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Hold on, real quick. I can get up this dog. But I feel like I use my pain as like my energy and my fuel to keep going. And it's like it's a lot of things I go through personally, but I don't really, I put it into my music. That's how I express it, and I feel like that's my fuel. When I feel myself letting it out, and I see people giving me back good feedback off, what I put out, the type of music I make, it motivated me to just keep going.
Yeah, most definitely. You know, I know you're Inglewood native. You started rapping when you were 16,
Yeah.
18, started kind of taking off. 20, you were performing in Pomona and you had the crowd going crazy.
Oh yeah, for sure,
Do
for
you feel
sure.
like that performance is what really kicked you into overdrive for you to really start taking rap seriously?
Yeah, I think my first performance and my first music video, because I dropped the music video back when everybody wasn't just shooting. You know how right now somebody can say they rap and just go get a music video done and they'll look like an artist just because they got a music video. I dropped my first music video, and when I did that, in my neighborhood, it was not a lot of people that was doing music, so they looked at me like, "Wait a minute, you taking another step, another level, like you really trying to take it serious." So after my first music video and performance, yes, I would say it made me want to keep going and go harder for sure.
Okay, okay. What would you say about the albums that you've made, and what would you say which album really reflects your progress as well?
1991,
1991. And
1991 for sure.
do you feel like, I mean, because that's where it all started for you, obviously.
Yeah,
Do you feel like that's what makes that album so special?
yeah, I feel like that album just explains me, myself, and it gives you every feel. Like I got the hard hip hop, I got the real life, I got a little bit of singing. Like I incorporated everything of myself inside that one album. 3534 is my first album, and I felt like with that one, I just kind of like gave people an introduction on where I'm coming from and what I'm aiming for. The second one was more like I was settled in. I was ready to like tell my story.
Yeah. You know, when you get into your storytelling, when you get into writing your lyrics, or I don't know if you just freestyle when you're in the studio, do
Mhm.
you already kind of have like a preconceptual thought of what you want your song to be about, whether that's going to be conscious or you want it to be lit?
Now, honestly, it just comes from like the beats I get. People send me stuff and I go off the vibe. I go off the vibe. So I record right then and there.
Right then and there.
Right then and there.
Okay, I like it. I like it. I like it. What would you say? What would you say were some of the things that you wanted to work on this year that kind of, you know, kind of got put on the back burner due to the quarantine, but you know that next year you're gonna come with it?
I really want to work on my shows, my performances. I want to work on, like really like starting my own show. I've never had my actual own headlining show yet. I feel like I'll be able to do it right this time.
What are some of the things that you're working on right now that some of your fans don't even know about that they could be excited
Uh,
for next year?
well, shit, I got an album that I'm about to surprisingly drop August 1st. Just out of nowhere. I get my music, put it together, and I say, fuck it, I'm just going to drop an album. I don't really be tripping off the promotion or none of that. I just do it for the people that's watching and for the people that's waiting.
And do you feel like when you do that, it keeps it more organic, like you said, it keeps it more,
Yeah, for sure.
and
Because
yeah, my bad, I
I
didn't
just
mean to
feel
cut
like
you off.
That's all right. I just feel like when people drop albums and shit, they do all this promo run, they do all this extra shit. Like me, I don't feel like I need to do that. I'm just gonna give you the music and I'm gonna let it grow. I'm gonna let the fans water it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna keep going from there. I don't really care about making money off this shit. I don't worry about getting rich off music. I do it because I love it. So that's why I drop albums without people drop albums and they promote it, just so they can get their sales right. I don't really trip off that.
I rap, I know you say because you love it, but I'm sure there's other things you love as well. But why specifically rap? What has rap really done for you? You feel like?
It's poetry. You know what I'm saying? I used to love being in school, going to English class, and I was always into like just being intellectual and just being smart. And I love using my. And I felt like when I was doing music, I was able to to express my knowledge in like a different form and more like a melodic form. You know what I'm saying? So music
Mm-hmm.
was the reason why I got through everything I've been through.
Yeah, and I know you also said that you want to establish a legacy for the upcoming generations to be able to have this platform and encourage them that they can go for their dreams.
Right.
Um, Well, you say that's what you're kind of trying to do with 3534. I saw you made a post yesterday about, who's my first artist I'm going to sign with 3534.
I'm looking on the bigger shit. Like I'm ready to build a team. I'm ready to build something bigger than what I'm saying? I want to just go further. Like I just feel like I limit myself when I sit here and I try to put out music and be like, oh, I wonder who'll sign me, or I wonder what label I'll get with. I'm not I'm not looking forward to no overhead trying to sign me or give me no deal, nothing like that. I want to be my own boss. You know what I'm saying? So if that means I got to build myself up from the ground up, and that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to connect with people. I'm going to associate with people, but I'm not going to sign my life away under somebody else's name that they built. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather have a name that I built for other, for people to be under. That's just what I want to do. I want to take it my way.
What's 3534? Why
That's my
30?
grandma.
What were those numbers?
That's my grandma's address. That's the house I grew up in. Everybody in my family grew up in that house.
I figured. I was like 3534. That's an
Yeah.
interesting name. Would you say that, did you have anyone hit you up though? Did you have any artists hit you up
Yeah.
showing interest for 3534? And how many were your DMs going crazy? Like,
Yeah. It was cracking. It was my first album. Everybody was on it. Uh, Shit. I had Kaylin, Rucci. Uh, who else I had? Stephen G. I had a few people on that album.
no, not, I mean like more so, well, is 3534 going to be a label?
Oh,
Too?
okay. You mean like who tapped in with it, like
Yeah, who
trying to fuck
tapped
with
in
me?
with you? Like, when you say I want to tap in with some artists, who
Oh
are
yeah,
some of
yeah.
the artists that reach out to?
I had a couple people in Orange County. I had my boy Juice Kid, my boy Ray B Chill. Um, Man, I had almost like at least like 10 people. They all local artists, but everybody need a fair chance. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to just choose who I feel move the best.
Yeah, most definitely. Who do you feel like really gave you that chance, or did you just start working instantaneously, or did you just happen to know the right people who
I just
produced?
happen to know the right people.
Mm-hmm.
I just
Just
know the
that.
right
So,
people.
yeah.
Yeah.
What would you say would be your dream project?
A, a album with Drake.
An album with Drake?
Yep.
What female artist would you say you would like to work with next? I know you worked with a female named Nico. What's her
Yeah,
name? Nico, right?
she just walked in. That's crazy. But yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, I would work with Janae Aiko or shit. Who else do I like? I like Cash Doll too on some street shit.
I'm some shit. I like the vibe. What would you say? What would you say though is essential to your work and how you produce your music?
Uh, Me, I like staying consistent. That's one thing about me. Like I don't stop. If I record a song, I want to record another one. If I hear a beat, I want to hear another one. Like I'm not just content with just doing one thing and one thing only. When I catch a vibe, I want to keep going. I want to record 5, 6, 7 songs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you've made how many albums in the past? I know you have a mixtape, but you have one
3.
mixtape, right? Or three mixtapes?
I made yeah 3.
Three mixtapes, and how many albums do you have? I feel like you just keep dropping and dropping. I
Three
like it
three
though. I
mix
love it.
3 mixtapes and 2 albums.
Three mixtapes and 2 albums. What would you say
Yep.
is some of the best advice you've been given in this game of music and how to move forward and truly be successful in it?
Invest. If you don't invest, you're not gonna see shit. Like you gotta put your money up. You gotta stop spending it on shit that's not gonna hold value. You know how when people invest in jewelry and property, I feel like when you invest in your music, it's kind of the same thing. You know what I'm saying? You building off a foundation. So when you get that money and you get your chance, not everybody gonna have the equal opportunity to have the finances, but if you do get a chance to have some finances to help support your career, put it all towards that, nothing else. If you don't got it, get out there and grind, touch the people, and do it the organic way. I feel like having money before music is kind of like a shortcut.
Yeah. What would you say is your goals for 35, 34? What do you see 35, 34 going in the future as far as
I
that
see it.
being? I don't know if you're gonna keep that as I don't know if you're gonna officially keep that as the name of the label or what, but
I see that as like
yeah.
Rock Nation. I see that as CMG. I see it. I see it as all that. You know what I mean? I feel like it could be as big as I want it. I just got to start somewhere. So I figured, you know what? I'm at the age where, it's probably time for me to start something new, start branching off. So 35, 34, it's going to be legendary. I promise you.
Yeah, I believe you. I see your work ethic, and you definitely have consistency, and you definitely been doing your thing.
Thanks.
What would you say would be next for you?
Next thing for me, I want to get into acting. I want to be able to I want to get into the acting field, like seriously, like that's like my second dream. That's what I really want.
That's your second dream. If it
Yep.
wasn't for entertainment, what do you think you'll be doing instead?
Trapping.
Dropping.
That's it. I'm sorry. That's it. Or, but I'm gonna be real. Like, if I had to have like a regular 9 to 5 and shit like that, I always wanted to be a social worker.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
I like that. What would you say? Because you are such a big person on work ethic, and I love that you came on here with me to vibe really quick. What would you say that you would tell people as far as work ethic, what they should be focusing on in this quarantine? I feel like this quarantine has allowed people to really see a lot of
This
things that.
this this quarantine should have
Mhm.
you. It should humble you. Whatever it is that you want to venture off to, it can be business, it can be music, it can be any type of entertainment. Period. Anything. You need to sit down and map out the directions on like your true destination on where you want to be. So whatever you choose you want to do, you got to find the destination of where you want to meet in that field. Like if I want to do music, I want to find my destination in music. If I do acting, I want to find my destination. It's where do you see yourself ending up? You know what I'm saying? And we all do everything just to be financially stable. But not only that, we want to kind of like, we want to feel good about ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like sit down, map out your dreams, and play it out the right way. Don't rush it. Be humble and be patient.
For you personally, because you seem, I can tell you seem like someone who's, always on the go, always being productive. How has this quarantine also motivated you to go even harder?
Right. I, it just made me see how like the world can actually control us if they wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Like the world literally stopped for a minute where everybody was questioning, damn, what we gonna do next? You can't go nowhere without a mask. Like now it's starting to be normal. We're not used to this shit like as Americans, you know what I'm saying? So like when it came and like it just made me just see like, damn, the world can control us, but you gotta be ready for when shit like this happen. You know, when people say you gotta save money for a rainy day, I feel like
Mhm.
this was like a rainy year, you know what I'm saying? So you have to be prepared for this shit when nobody it came out of nowhere.
Yeah, I like that. A rainy year.
It's been a rainy
Prepare for
year.
rainy years. Yeah, rainy days.
It's been a
Most
rainy year.
definitely. Let us know, where can we stream any of your latest tracks? I'm pretty sure they're on all platforms.
Yeah, so we got
Anything
we
else you
got
want to leave us with?
we got I got everything on Spotify, King Envy. YouTube, please subscribe, King Envy. Everything is King Envy. SoundCloud, I'm active on. I'm on 10 right now, doing like 100,000. Uh, shit, we just pushing. So I just want everybody to fuck with me, follow me, and we gonna, meet in the future.
On 10, out now.
Oh,
I
now.
see you. Okay, out now. Make sure you guys go stream that. Thank you so much for
You
vibing
already
with
know.
me. We kept it
You already
short, we
know.
kept it cute, but it was definitely a
Yeah,
vibe. You
appreciate you.
gotta tap in with me when all this is not going on.
I got you for sure.
Okay, most definitely. I'll see you all, and
All
thank
right.
you all so much for vibing with us. What's goody?
Got a hole on him. Riding with a nigga from the pool with a bull on him. If he tryna go, let me know.